As we step into the new year, the world stands at a crossroads, facing a multitude of complex and interconnected challenges. From the ongoing climate crisis to the evolving geopolitical landscape, 2024 promises to be a year marked by significant developments and potential turning points. In this video, we'll explore 5 key global issues that demand our attention and action in the year ahead. The rise of intelligent machines. By 2024, AI has become widespread, touching every industry and aspect of daily life. It's revolutionizing fields like healthcare and space exploration, bringing innovation while steering worries about job losses and societal divides. Our choices in 2024 will shape how AI shapes our future. Climate change increasingly a political issue. In 2024, it's becoming more urgent to stop the really bad things that could happen because of climate change. We're hoping that new technology like clean energy and ways to capture carbon can help fix this. But it's not just about tech. People and groups need to take responsibility too. How they act and how politics and money stuff goes will be super important. It might get tricky because some changes to help the environment could be hard for people. This year is a big chance to see if everyone is ready to make hard choices to stop really bad things from happening because of climate change. Elections will determine the course of democracy in the second half of the decade. Elections in 2024 will shake things up in various countries, possibly changing how power is balanced globally. People in the US, European Union, India, UK, and Russia will vote, some with strong feelings against the current leaders. There's a growing split between groups supporting different ideas, like progress versus tradition, or national focus versus global cooperation. In many of these places, whoever wins will probably feel more confident to make big changes, affecting other trends throughout the year and maybe for years to come. Turbulent times for economies. In 2024, experts foresee a continued global economic slowdown that could trigger widespread effects across society. During tough economic times, the governments tend to cut spending on public services, leading to job losses, lower living standards, and potential social unrest. This slowdown also jeopardizes efforts to achieve carbon net zero targets, posing severe consequences. Factors like a potential recession in the USA, a slowdown in China's growth, and ongoing conflicts in Ukraine and Israel contribute to these concerns. Concurrently, the growth in emerging countries like Brazil, India, Mexico, and Turkey suggests a shifting balance in global economic power, setting the stage for significant changes ahead. The evolution of work. The evolving work landscape will continue to influence various aspects of our lives and society. While certain companies are reintroducing in-office arrangements, remote and hybrid work setups persist at levels significantly surpassing pre-pandemic times. This shift enhances global mobility, liberating workers from geographical constraints near workplaces. Yet, it may also amplify feelings of isolation and impact social connections. Balancing these changes will pose a crucial challenge for both organizations and individuals in 2024. A pivotal year for women. The upcoming year is critical for women's rights. Across the globe, women have faced severe restrictions on their fundamental rights concerning education, healthcare, reproduction, and representation, particularly evident in places like Afghanistan. This oppression cannot persist, leading to legal initiatives addressing it as gender apartheid. Women face challenges universally. Shockingly, more than 5 femicides occur every hour. Despite this, they shoulder responsibilities for both food and childcare. They actively protest and lead, aiming to be recognized beyond just victims. When peace talks occur in regions like Gaza and Ukraine, observe the participation of female negotiators. However, fewer than 10% of peace agreements are signed by women. Enhancing women's presence in decision-making improves democratic functionality. Currently, women represent 26% of parliamentary members worldwide, a rise from 20% 6 years ago, but achieving parity seems distant. Nevertheless, the upcoming Mexican presidential election will witness 2 women competing for office. The generation gap. Differences in how much money and stuff people own between younger and older folks will keep affecting the world in 2024. Studies in 2023 show that millennials born in the 80s and 90s have way less money than baby boomers born in the 50s and 60s did at the same age, less than half. This might mean it's harder for younger people to move up in society, and it could make politics more divided. Some worry that people who feel left out might turn to extreme or very different political groups. Ongoing urbanization. The UN thinks that by 2050, most people, about 66%, will live in cities, more than it was in 2022, which was 56%. Living in cities can help make money and good things happen, but it also brings problems like too many people, pollution, and higher costs. Governments and businesses need to figure out how to handle these big changes in people's lives. They also need to help the places that people leave behind, giving them things like electricity, healthcare, and the internet that they might not have enough of. Culture wars. The term culture war describes the ongoing divide in society, often seen as a clash between different beliefs like left versus right or liberal versus conservative. This battle mainly happens on social media and traditional media. The internet plays a big role in this by spreading not just facts but also false information and propaganda. Many discussions online happen in groups where people mostly hear things they already agree with, making them feel more upset about unfairness or inequality. Topics like immigration, conspiracy theories, and social justice really get people fired up on both sides. But it's not just talk. These strong opinions shared on social media can affect government decisions. We've seen this with the rise of political groups and decisions worldwide, and it even fuels extremist actions. Rethinking education. Education isn't just for the young anymore. Jobs are changing, so the way we learn more work needs to change too. Technology keeps growing fast, creating new jobs in fields that didn't even exist when many people were in school. In advanced countries, people are starting to learn throughout their lives, using online classes and learning from home. Companies will start to see how important it is to teach new skills to their workers because people are working for longer. In places where more people are becoming richer, there will be a need for more teachers. We'll need new ways to teach kids in big cities and faraway places too. Migration and movement. Between 1970 and 2020, the number of people moving to live in another country grew a lot. In 2024, some will be refugees escaping from war, others will move for better jobs, and some will seek places where life is less affected by climate change. Countries will keep getting workers who are mostly young and active, which helps their economies. But worries about things like pressure on services or changes in local communities because of newcomers will keep causing disagreements in politics. In developed countries, offering jobs, visas, and education will be used more to fill job gaps and in deals with growing markets in other countries. As we face these complex global issues, it's important to remember that we have the power to shape the future. By engaging in informed discussions, taking action on the issues that matter to us, and holding our leaders accountable, we can contribute to a more sustainable, peaceful, and equitable world. Let's work together to make 2024 a year of progress and positive change. If you like this video, click the next one shown on the screen. Thanks for watching.